Hi everyone, it's Chanel Hitchcock here, author of Proven Steps to a Calmer, Happier, Healthier You, resiliency coach and nutrition teacher. Today I'd really love to share with you one of my all-time favourite treats, which is my beautiful, moist, no flour banana cake. Here it is here, and I'm going to hold it up and you can actually see that it's incredibly moist. It is really a treat that you can look forward to. Now, I've been talking to quite a few people lately about them not sticking to their diets. In other words, they've been on a healthy diet, and usually it's for leaky gut, so they've had to cut out all flour and grain products and also dairy products. And they've been getting good success on this diet. But unfortunately, after a while, it becomes a little bit tedious and monotonous and boring. But there's no need for that to happen. All you need to do is be organised and be a little bit creative. Now, this particular banana bread is low carbohydrate because it's made with almond meal only and no flour, and it's very high protein. So it's actually a fantastic snack. So I'm going to get straight into it, and I'll have a little bit more of a talk about it later. So this is how we make it. So to begin with, you need some ripe bananas. So you take 2 ripe bananas, and I usually mash it with a potato masher. Then you're going to, when you're making anything like this, you always start with your moist ingredients. So I'm going to add 3 eggs. Now I'm going to add them one at a time. I've already taken them out of the shell. So it's 1 egg. And I'll use a fork to mix that around. And I'll add the other egg now. These are organic eggs. They've got a higher nutrient content, more iron, and they actually taste so much more delicious than normal eggs. And then we add the last egg. So that's 3 60-gram eggs. Now, after the 3 60-gram eggs, we're going to add 1/4 cup of olive oil. So 1/4 cup of organic olive oil is going to go in there. And next, we're going to add some sweetener. Now, if you have leaky gut, it is best, if it's been confirmed and you're following a low carbohydrate diet and you're following a diet that you don't eat any grains, rice, pasta or flour, you can have honey, because honey is a very simple, what we call a monosaccharide. So it's a simple sugar. It's almost pre-digested, so the body doesn't have to work hard to digest it. It's very easy to digest, and it's very good for you. Now, I'm going to put in a good 2 tablespoons of honey. I need another spoon to get that off the spoon. So you notice here, whenever you're making cakes or muffins, mix all your wet ingredients first. It makes it much easier. Last little bit of honey is a little bit difficult. And we'll get 1 more tablespoon of honey, a really nice big generous one. And that'll be enough sweetener for this cake. It does make quite a lot. So when you work it out, 2 tablespoons of honey over a big loaf is not very much in each slice. It's the only carbohydrate apart from the bananas that are in there. Now we're going to mix that in. Now next we're going to add some baking powder to the moist mixture, because it'll be more evenly dispersed if we add it to the moist mixture. So I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder to this moist mixture. 1, 2, and this will make it rise because we're using almond meal. So almond meal without the baking powder it wouldn't be quite as light as it is. So I'm mixing this with a fork now, and I'm really making sure that I've got all that honey, the oil, baking powder mixed in. Now the last ingredient is the almond meal. Now there's 3 cups of almond meal in here, And that's all there is. Now, you might think, oh, that sounds very simple and very easy, and like it probably wouldn't taste all that good, but in fact, actual fact, it is to die for. Once you've made this, you will be addicted to it. So you can add most of your, I actually usually add about half at a time. So add half, get that mixed in. Have your oven preheated, of course. If you're baking anything, you should preheat your oven. I've preheated my oven to 180, which is a normal baking temperature. So I'm using a fork here to make sure that all the almond meal is incorporated, and I'll add the rest. That's half at a time, and that's all there is to it. Now I like to bake it in a nice loaf pan, a nice solid loaf pan that's been lined with some baked paper. Now that's all there is to it. It's going to take about 50 minutes to cook, and you leave it to cool before you slice it. It might be a little bit crumbly otherwise. Now that's all there is to it, and you will so much love this banana cake. It will become a treat that you enjoy and look forward to with no feelings of guilt. If you have leaky gut or if you're following a low carbohydrate diet, it's suitable for both. So as I said, I've lined the baking tin, so I'm going to try and get that in there. It's a little bit difficult. You don't want to get it on the paper. And we've nearly got it all in. There we go. I'm going to smooth that out. And, whoops, daisy, my scarf's getting in the way. And there we have it. It is, and I'll show you the finished product that's baked again, just to motivate you. Here it is. It is delicious. As I said before, it's a guilt-free treat that you can include, and in fact you can have a slice every day and look forward to it. It's great to have variety in your diet, and it's, as I said, it's suitable for people who've got leaky gut and also on a low carbohydrate diet. Thank you very much. This is Chanel Hitchcock again, author of Proven Steps to a Calmer, Happier, Healthier You.